Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. It is Spring Update 2022 and in the background you are seeing a flyover of the map we put together. Well, not the map we put together, but the map I was talking about during the video where we were exploring map editor features and how to create a map to best take advantage of the new stuff that's available in this update. It's still in beta. You guys who are holding off for the official release, it's May 10th. So today, what the plan is to get things set up and possibly show you at least some features early on. And then we're going to build a massive freight corridor just to make some money. It's medium mode and it's US themed. Now, during the map creation video, I mentioned I was going to upload the base map as well as whatever it ends up as at the end of the mini-series. But slight snafu, during the beta I don't think you can upload save games, or it won't let you. I tried at the time of recording anyway. So we may have to wait until the update goes live, and then you can grab it if you're interested in playing this map. And here we are, we're down in the I can't remember what city it is. Should we bring up the UI straight away? Chesapeake, there we go. We're down in the valleys here. We took a fly around the map, and Clearwater's kind of up on the hill there. We've got this one little town, Beaumont, down in the corner. Athens over there, Providence, Palmdale, and Montgomery over there. We've got Phoenix as well, haven't we? Yeah, Phoenix. The plan today, to get us started anyway, is to hook up the Clearwater oil well down to Chesapeake there, drop off some oil, and then take it up, pick up fuel once it's refined at the fuel refinery, and take it back down and drop it back here. And then our freight corridor is going to run all the way down, avoiding all of this. We're going to have some tunnels, we're going to have some bridges. Then we go past the oil well here, which is going to come into play, and drop it off at Palmdale. This is the fuel. And on the way back, we pick up some more oil, and we take that back down to the refinery here. So we've got a short train that's going to be running that, picking up the fuel and taking it back here. Then we'll exchange that cargo over to our long haul trains that are running all the way down to Palmdale. This map is on medium, so we can be a little flamboyant, shall we say, and we can ignore some of the min-maxing and just go for the, I don't know, something a little adventurous perhaps. So shall we get our first setup done? We're going to take a full loan out eventually. For now, this is a bit messy. I just plonked this down. This oil well wasn't on the generated map. I just wanted something close-ish, but still with a bit to do. It makes kind of a nice circle. I just realised that. But look at that terrain, guys. I guess we could snake our way down here. Yeah, we can't do that, can we? Because we've got to take the fuel back here. There'd be no point taking it down there. Yeah, so we're going to do like a little horseshoe thing just there and then head back up. Yes. Well, it would have been a good idea if we didn't have to drop the fuel back off. We could send the long haul train up there, but I'd like to cut this steep section out. It is quite steep as well. Should we bring up the terrain tools here? Yeah, we're going to get up to, I'm hoping that's down a little bit. Yeah, it's up at 140-ish meters. We might be able to get away with 145 meters. And then down here in sort of a Chesapeake Basin, isn't it? We've got 4 meters. So that's a monstrous climb up there. Yeah, I don't want our long haul trains doing that. They've got to climb themselves up to, well, it's like a hill climb. There we go. That's apt, isn't it, for Chesapeake? We've got a hill climb up here. That goes up to Goodness me, we're not going to go up that high. 170 meters. And then we're back down. Providence is at 150 as well. But there's a steep hill all the way down at the oil well here. Yeah, look at that. Drops right down. And then we've got the oil well. This is all nice and flat around here. And then we'll make our way to Palmdale, which is sitting at about 6 meters. So yeah, I think this is going to be a fun one to connect. All right, back over. What is this? Clearwater oil well. We're going to flatten us some ground. Bit pricey, I know. But it's just to put our station down. There's no point going up to come back down again, is there? Because we've got to head down. Yes, I don't think we're going to avoid that. We are going to tunnel through here. Doesn't make much sense to try and go up and down. So we're going to get our station in. There's not much changed in regards to how you build your stations. Really, it's more about line setup. There is one thing to bear in mind now, and this is the first thing we're going to take a look at. We're going to hook straight in at the back there, so we don't need a road or anything. There we go. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, wasting all my money. Why am I doing this? We're operating on 5 million loan, and there's me making pretty straight away. Well, let's do it anyway. Official episode. There we go. Not the time to do it, though, is it? Really? We should be conserving some money at the very least. But let's take a look at Clearwater Station here. Normally, it's not worth looking at, is it? It's just a station. We plonked it down. However, if we go into terminals, I didn't delete these, which I did in hard mode, because they weren't needed, were they? But now they supply 40 extra storage, and it's shared storage as well. If we hover over here, pretty sure it says it. Yeah, share capacity of station buildings for full platforms. So what it will do, it will fill a platform first, and then once it's full, it will head it over to the storage buildings, which is these. These are actually functional now and will store goods, which is absolutely wonderful. The amount of times I asked for that, and to actually see that in the game now is, it's amazing. It's lovely, isn't it? They have a purpose. So yes, we've got that. So we've got 200 storage on there. There's another mechanic that's been introduced, which is length of platforms. If they are shorter than the train, you will be punished a little bit. But it's not too bad. You can get away with having longer trains. Shall we sort out where our station's going? Down at the Chesapeake Oil Refinery here. I want to go at an angle because we've got to do that, haven't we? We've got to do the horseshoe sort of shape round there. And we've got to come down a bit of a hill here anyway, so we might be able to wiggle our way round somehow. Snaking does take out some of the grade for us. Right, we'll get this one in here. I'm just going for 160 meters at the moment because it's all about starting. Will that give us an angle? It's a bit too sharp, isn't it? Should we try and get that angle a little better? There we go. Something like that. So we've got our first 2 stations in. And then we're going to connect those 2. Let's figure out where we can get the Clearwater one. And the plan is, we might as well drop this as well, like a little further. Usually, I would recommend going as close as possible to here. But since we've got such a difference in height, I would like to take off as many meters as possible. And that means we're going to have a bit of a road going down. The closer you are, the more they'll pay, and you still get paid point to point. I don't think any of the underlying calculations have changed, but that could change before it's released. I'm not going to get into that in this though. It's just the new features. Where do we want to be? Down here somewhere. Oh, do you know what I haven't got installed? That mod that tells you how high we are. Well, that's fine. We'll do it the old school way for now. We'll just figure it out as we're going along. Here we go. It's nice to be playing again. Although I have been playing, just not recording it. There we go. We're not going to tidy it up. I'm so tempted. I keep going in here to click on this. Not that. Well, I mean, yeah. I keep going in here, or in my brain. It's like, yes, click on the expensive tools and tidy all that up. Don't do that. Not yet. We can do later. Right, now we've got a mission on our hands to connect these 3 stations up. The reason I'm connecting, or going to connect them straight away, is we want to get maximum money out of these, don't we, as soon as we go. It's going to be empty a third of the journey. I would say closer to a quarter, maybe. It just depends on the length of these, doesn't it? Yeah, it's probably spot on a third. It's not going to be empty most of the time. Now we're gonna dive under here and start heading down. This last segment here, we're going to be empty. So it's ideal, this setup. Right, we're going to need to be heading down here. You can see us poking out there. And we are going to wiggle a little bit and head down there. It's nice that we do start sticking our noses out just there. Then we can start taking off some of this height. I know it's a bit of a big tunnel. It's a million. Look at that. Like, if you take out the tunnel, you're talking an extra 700,000. So in this instance, a tunnel is the cheap way to go. We could, of course, go up and down. We're probably not going to spend long on this map. Famous last words. Right then, let's head down. Didn't I say, like, the last one was going to be a mini-series, and possibly the ones before that too? I think I say every one of my series is going to be a mini-series, and then I play it far too long for a mini-series, that is. Right, we can connect up there. I'm just going to do that to see what the game does. Yeah, I'm not keen on this bit. Now, we could... How much are they going to charge for that anyway? About $1 million. We could use shift and take this up quite a bit so we're not digging in. There we go. And we get rid of some of the tunnel as well. That's probably going to get quite a lot cheaper, isn't it? Yeah, far less than $1 million. There we go. I'm just using shift and M to bring up the curvature a little bit. There we go. There we go. It's getting better. We're down to $500,000 there. Beautiful. Yeah, we've even got rid of the tunnel. 600,000. How's that look? That's not bad, is it? It's kind of pleasant. We could probably get away with more. Is that all right? Yeah, it's kind of nice, isn't it? I think we'll take that. And it's good speed all the way. We've got a bit of a cut in here, which is nice. I'm not sure how the actual track's going to lay. It's the first time I've really done that. Like, allowed the game to do it. Maybe we can just tidy this little section up. Like that. We'll get a refund for some of it, because we're not playing. Has that tidied that up a touch? It's probably not worth it. Oh, it has. It's took that little divot out. That's nice. Okay. There's something I don't have to do anymore when I start recording a video. I don't have to click these because when you save it, it remembers them. So when you load this save game up, these are turned off. So any of these that you decide to turn off, they will be remembered in your save game. That's huge. We've been asking for that since they were introduced, I believe. Now this one, I guess we can arc around here, right? It looks perfect. It's just a curve all the way around. Yes, it's going to be slightly longer distance, but it should, hopefully, take out some of the grade. We're going to have to get the other mod installed, aren't we? So we can investigate what sort of grade it would be if we went as straight as possible. But if we curve, oh, do we want a little flat section? I think we do, just to start with. We'll go there, make that nice and flat. And then we'll start heading down. Oh, don't make a bridge. That was pricey. Oh, yeah, but then we introduce a bridge, don't we? I don't really want to do that. That seems a bit excessive. Do you know what? We're going to take off that flat section. We do get a partial refund for my messing around here. But if we went that way, we avoid all bridges. I mean, it does start on a slope on the actual station itself. Oh, yep, let's go there. I guess the easiest thing would be to turn on the old contours there, Grand. Now, normally you don't want to go scything across contours like this, but we can't completely avoid crossing over the contours. We just need to go over as gentle as possible. We've got a nice bit here where we can sort of go across them gently as we head down. And we are heading down, aren't we? We're down to 72 meters. I feel like we're possibly going to get a bridge here, which might not be a bad place for a bridge, to be fair. Oh, it's not a bridge, that's a straight up viaduct. Well, could we... That is steep, isn't it? I'm just looking at that. That's fine. We're just going to need the train to do it. Let's just bring up the contours again. We do have a steep section there. There's a big drop. We go from... What are we up here? We're at like 73. Yeah, then it dips down, but then it goes back up. So we want to try and aim for this side and then gently come down and into the station. We don't want to curve too much there then, do we? We want to probably head off that way and try and get as much of a curve as possible. So if we do something like that and force a downward section and make a little bit of a tunnel, I think tunnels are kind of cheap anyway, then we should stick our nose out here a little higher perhaps. Should we have a bridge? I mean, we're heading down, or a viaduct for that matter. But oh, that's kind of nice, isn't it? A nice curved viaduct. Do you know, I think I'm willing to take that. We don't have any trains that go above 56 to start with, and eventually what we can do is replace that with a modern bridge, because we don't have the faster bridges yet, but we don't have the faster trains either. Yeah, and it's at a fixed grade. Yeah, do you know what? Let's make the route a little bit interesting. Right, now we need to take that off, do we? No, head straight for a little bit at the end of the viaduct there. Then we'll follow the train down, I think. Yeah, there we go, beautiful. We need to hug a little bit closer. Nice wiggly down this this hill here. Can we get you heading down that way? Where's our station? Oh, did you know, if you draw all that, how are we looking? That's kind of beautiful. There we go, we've got a little bit of a cut in there. We can cut that off later. And then we just move around there. That's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, that kind of works. 322k. Right, we've spent about 5 million, give or take a few hiccups, getting up the hill climb here. Right. Yes, we got rid of the city connection, which is between Chesapeake and Clearwater up there. But we have this nice little section here. We're going to be taking out alone, regardless, because we want to see stuff. And it has nothing to do with me doing this all the time. No, I can't help myself. We only need it single track as well, because there's only going to be one train doing this to start with. We probably will have more than one train doing it, but while we've only got one, there's no need to double track it. So we want our country road. We'll just use a cheap one. I don't mind it going up. Then we need to go flat, don't we? And straight across here is the plan. It's not the prettiest of bridges in the world, but I'll take it. Yeah, maybe we can make that a little wider so that we can have a better looking bridge. Just take the strangeness off. There we go. Put your feet down there better. I mean, we are going across at a bizarre angle, so it might not look pretty anyway. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. And that gives us a chance to head back into the main road up there. And we've nearly spent everything. So the next things we spend on are going to be more of a loan. We've got a big tunnel here. But I would say for the majority of this route, we are Going to see some nice scenery, and we've got a nice little viaduct there. Tiny tunnel there. Tiny tunnel. And then we're up to, do we reach that? I hope so. Yeah, we're up to Clearwater. So what are we calling this? Not Lower Clearwater. This would be Clearwater Fuel Refinery. And this would be Chesapeake Oil Refinery. And then finally, I don't know what we're calling this. Not just Clearwater. Clearwater Wells. And we'll get our... Alright, let's get that out of the way. We'll get our depot up here. It'll just be a temporary one. Alright, get you over there. There we go. 52k. So, even with my deleting, 5 million spent. That's alright. It looks like today we're going to get this up and running. So that'll be nice, wouldn't it? Should we get the route set up? What we need to do first is just take a full loan out. We're going to take the lot out and pay off whatever we don't spend. Or do you know, it can't be more than that, can it? How much can we take out as a loan anyway? Like 30 million. Yeah, 30 million. We're not going to need more than that, he says. Right, let's get our depot in. Just at the back there. It looks a little unsightly at the moment. Let's get a new line created, and I'll be able to show you something else now as well, which is really nice, and no mods involved in this next step. This is going to be the, I guess we'll call it the Clearwater. That'll do, won't it? Clearwater Oil and Fuel Freight. Nice description. But here we go, guys. This is lovely. This is now the default color picker. And I say color picker because if you go into the custom colors down here, you have a selection of grays, but you can right click. Is it right click them? Shift click. You can shift click, and there you go. You can even enter the exact RGB values, red, green, blue, or even the hex version of it, which is kind of nice. Is that just 3? Yeah, that's RGB. So it should be RGB then, looking at that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, there we go. So the first 2 are your red numbers. Why am I teaching you about hex values? But there you go. Just in case you want to mess with those. Middle one is your green. And then the end one is your blue. So then all F's is for white. But there we go. There we go. Or you can not do any of that and just drag it around here and change the hue on there. I'm not going to apply any of that. We'll just choose a dark colour for this. What we got? We got like blues and oranges. We could go into the colour picker and choose one, but let's not spend an entire episode choosing a colour. Okay, we need to add our first station. It's going to be Clearwater Wells. Then we're heading all the way down to the oil refinery, and then up to the fuel refinery, and then back to the oil refinery. We're going to add it in there, even though technically we're not going to bring anything back just yet, because we need to hook up the other massive freight corridor that we've got going down that way. But this is nice, isn't it? Yes, I think that's everything. So this grey symbol here is your alternate platform. Alternative. Other platform. And then you've got the usual settings down here and in there. So I guess we should set it up correctly. No maximum stop time. Load, full load any. And then we'll switch this to only pick up, what are we picking up? Crude oil. Make sure it is only crude oil. Then down here, we're going to be not load if full. We're just going to load any. We could have a minimum stop time just so we pick up a couple of things perhaps. Some of the stuff we drop off might be an idea. We'll probably flip him the first time he gets here, and then we'll just do it. So we'll fast forward that section. And is that the, did I do the right one? Yes, you did. Brilliant, because it doesn't change it, the colour, if you've done anything in there. What we want to be doing is unloading our crude and picking up our refined, and then at the fuel refinery, but we could do the same, couldn't we? We could have like a 20-second stop and maybe pick up some of the stuff we take up there. And then we want to be unloading. Well, we want to load fuel, unload our refined oil, and then that's it. I think that's it. Then we drop off our fuel, right? That's the only thing we got to do. Yeah, we don't want to pick anything else up yet. I mean, we could, right? These long haulers could bring something back. Oh no, they're going to be bringing the crude oil back from down there. So we are good. We are good to go, I think. Yes, double check. Maybe. Well, we'll see. If it's broken, we can fix it. Now we need to build us a consist, don't we? Just to get going. That should trigger everything. We've got a full-on connection here. We're only really interested in these two to start with. But what we'll do is we'll buy one. Get it set up. There you go. We're in 1900 is where we're starting. We want the beefiest we can have power-wise. And I guess tractive effort to a certain degree. Which would be this one. That's an easy pick, isn't it? The 10-wheeler. We'll get you on, and then we need some cargo on the end. I guess we'll go... It's already saying mediocre. That's impressive. It can't pull its own weight. How's that a thing? Yeah, it can't pull its own weight. That's impressive. I mean, impressively bad. I don't know what that's all about. That's rough, isn't it? Have they changed the calculations there, or is that possibly a glitch? It normally says amazing straight away. Anyway, right, what do we want? Tankers. I guess we're going to do this until it's always going to say mediocre at this rate. Yeah. Well, we're going to need to climb, so we don't want high to go... well, that should do, shouldn't it? We've got 160 metre platforms. 150? We drop down to 15 miles per hour, possibly. Depends if we can pick up enough speed and have some momentum going. Do you know what? We'll start with that. I like that. It's 8 million, 8.2 million. You know, it doesn't look too bad, does it? Let's buy you. Let's pay off everything we didn't spend. So I don't think we've got anything else to grab. There we go. We've spent a bit. How much did we spend? Investments. Yeah, call it investments because it was all wise. We've got 13.2 million. Right, let's hit play finally. We'll let this come out and pick up some stuff. No, you need to put it on a line, don't you, first, Grand? There we go. We're on a line. I do it every time, especially on a new map. Not even on a new map, do I? I do it, like, all the time. And we're going to put it on fast forward because we can't avoid this, can we? Right, fill up. It has kicked into production. We don't have any of the fancy mods that change production levels or the amount they can produce. As far as that is concerned, this is just the base game. Yeah, we'll see what the balancing is like. I didn't want too much mod-wise that was going to like affect the actual mechanics of the game. But I will be installing some pretties. We do have some pretties in there. Mainly the signals. We've got those from the get-go, I believe. Do I? Did I install them? Yes, there they are. US semaphore signal. We'll get even more of those once he's done his first run, because what I'd like to do is flip him as soon as he's unloaded and then head back up there. And what we'll do is once he's done this first run, he's doing all right. Once he's done this first run, I'll save it when we get down to here, and we'll have a climb back up just to see how he does on that section. And then at the end of the next episode, after we've set up some of this freight corridor, we'll take a ride up that section. I thought that was a weird jaggedy in the track, but it's not. Are you coming down? There you are. You're on the way down. Yeah, we're going to send him back up the other way as soon as he's done his first run. It's quite the distance, isn't it? When you zoomed out, it doesn't look like it's that far at all. And then you get down to the scale of things, and it's actually a healthy run. There we go. We've We're going to see how wobbly the track is. We're going to need to put that on not super fast forward. And I'm going to try and flip him. Was that 2 million and something? Goodness me. Flip him. Right, we're going to pause it there. And I'm going to save it. And then we'll get on board. Alright guys, thank you for watching. That was the first episode. We took a look at the stations and their cargo capacities and the way they share cargo now. We'll look at that in more detail at the beginning of the next episode, because our factory at the top there should be full. Possibly. Close to. Oh yes, let's press H. We control the horn now. There we go. And we'll look at some more stuff. And we also looked at the new colour picker palette thing, which is a vast improvement over the original one. That's still in the game now until May 10th, possibly May 10th. And should everything go according to plan, that's when it's due to come out, I believe. But yes, first episode. We got a decent amount done, didn't we? We got a big old route. So next time, we'll make a start on that big old freight corridor to link into this that we've done. And we'll get spending again, because I always do. Alright guys, thank you for watching. And until next time, take care.